Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So I've been making a couple different videos about expansion possibilities for different sports leagues. The NHL has been pretty active in expansion relocation within the past decade or so. If you look at just recently the Coyotes, and then ultimately became the Utah Hockey Club, which I think is a great spot for the NHL. So if you look at teams recently, relocation for Utah, the Golden Knights were 2017, 2018, and then the Kraken in Seattle, I think that was 2020, 2021, I believe. So ultimately, there's not a whole lot of more opportunities to grow because you already kind of have a perfect amount of teams at 32, I believe is what they have currently. So 32 is a pretty perfect number to kind of divide into conferences and divide ultimately those conferences into divisions. 32 divided by 2 is 16, 4 and 4 or 8 and 8 all kind of works out pretty well. But there is a possibility to expand if you really, really want to. I know Atlanta has had multiple teams go there and then ultimately leave. However, I will recommend Atlanta just because I do believe third time is the charm. I'm just saying. That is a possibility. I think that's a great possibility because Atlanta, great media market. If you expand into southern media markets, Nashville, super successful. Carolina, you got teams in Florida, the Lightning and the Panthers. All of them pretty successful recently. You expand into Atlanta, Dallas. You expand into southern metro areas. I think Atlanta is a great one. Even though they've not worked out in the past, I do think it's a possibility that could potentially work. You got a lot of teams kind of clumped up in the Midwest. I will recommend, I think Wisconsin deserves an NHL team. I know it sounds kind of strange, but very cold state, very loyal fan bases. I think a team in Milwaukee or Madison would be great. I would love to see one in Indianapolis. That, to me, just makes perfect sense. So if you're trying to expand maybe to 33, maybe to 34, think of possibilities like Atlanta. It hasn't worked out in the past, but maybe it might work the third time. Maybe Indianapolis. Maybe Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Madison, maybe even Green Bay. I think there's a lot of places that you can go to if you decide to go further at 33 or 34. I think the NHL is kind of content right now at 32 because you just did a lot within the past decade. Golden Knights became a member, the Kraken became a member, Utah relocated from Phoenix. I do think Phoenix is a great market. There's still a loyal following there. It didn't work out with the Coyotes, but I don't know. I think Phoenix is another market that has good media market, loyal fan base, very real possibility for another opportunity. Phoenix, a lot like Atlanta, teams there in the past relocated elsewhere, but yeah, I think the NHL is kind of in a good spot at 32. So yeah, that is the end of the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.